When I was a young boy, I played League of Legends a lot. I still remember I have a rank of 1337, which is the oldest funny number. And yes, League of Legends used ELO to show ranks back then. I am pretty old, but ever since I got my rank, I never played a rank game ever again. Whenever I thought of playing ranks, a sense of fear stops me. I mean, what if I lose? I don't know why I was afraid of that, it just did. This keeps happening until one day, it stops and never happens again. Have you ever had similar experience like that? Were you ever scared of the thoughts of playing online? If so, you might have a problem called rank anxiety. This problem pops up every now and then, and sometimes you might even see people talk about this online. And those discussions reminded me a lot of that specific experience. There might be some difference between each person. Back when rank anxiety affected me the most, I would start worrying how losing is going to affect me, how bad playing rank is going to turn out, or how the result is going to scar me for life. Some people might even carry those worries into the game. To some people, it might be a small problem, but to me or other people, it's frustrating. It ruins my gaming experience for a while, which is why I want to know more. What is rank anxiety? Why does it happen to me? And why did it stop? Before I continue, a full disclaimer. I am not a therapist, nor do I have any expertise in the psychological field. If you are suffering from any mental issues, it is better for you to seek professional help. In this video, I just want to focus on my experience with rank anxiety. Hopefully you'll find this fun, interesting, and subscribing to the channel as a result. First of all, what is anxiety? The scholar's way to describe it is that you have a heightened emphasis on potential threats. Your brain cannot differentiate between projected threat and real threats. So the brain starts sending warning signal to your body, causing the freak out. Again, I'm not a professional. If you want to learn more about anxiety, I'll leave a link to Dr. K's video for you. So in conclusion, I guess rank game is the thing that keeps tripping my sensor. But wait, why did I consider playing rank as a threat? Whenever rank anxiety is brought up, people always suggest one thing. Keep playing until rank doesn't mean anything to you anymore. It certainly works in some cases, because the game could be a source of stress and affect you mentally. Such as when I first started playing Street Fighter V, the mental stack from constantly looking out for jump in, dash check, and fireball, giving me too much information to handle. At the time, I also set my goal to reach gold rank, but I think that might immerse myself too much into the game. And I started over-worry about missing anti-air stuffs. As a result, my heart would even start pumping when I start queuing for games, warning me and preparing myself for the dangers ahead. All these things makes me nervous whenever I play. Every mistake, every loss, every point drop became my biggest worries whenever I start the game. It is painful. But in this case, playing more is useful. It helps me get used to the mental stack, clear up my nerves, becoming more comfortable with getting hit or losing. Knowing now that I can always get my points back, one game at a time. And as I play more, I can safely say that I got used to that feelings and it doesn't really affect me at all. But playing more doesn't always help, because I don't think a lot of people can adjust themselves just by playing. There might be more reasons that makes our alarm like that, and turn the entire thing into rank anxiety. Now look at my stories again. Maybe I can find some clues. The number one reason that affects me could be the environment. I remember back then, League of Legends was huge amongst teenagers like me. After my friend introduced me to it, all of a sudden, League is everywhere. Almost the entire school knows and plays this game. On the internet, League is all over Facebook, YouTube, and forum. Also, there wasn't an Asian server back then. Me and the boy just play in 200 pings, and it still doesn't stop us. The more I looked and the more I got sucked into this world. And soon after, I started playing League every day. Playing League of Legends became a staple in my social circle. I want to look good in front of my friends. I want to win with my friends. Just because of how big the game is in my life, I started to care about League. I started to care about my rank even. And then there's the second reason. Time. Back then, each games of League is around 40 minutes, but if some unfortunate events happen, the game could go on for an hour. And don't forget, each games of League is like 90% flaming and arguing. You know, the usual toxic stuff. Those kind of games are basically a purgatory where you punish the sinners with. What a crazy time that was. Aside from that, I also watched YouTube videos and esport matches, reading guides and going through the forums talking to other people and such. My teenage year is basically pimples, study, tests, a bit of sports, and of course, League of Legends. And because I put so much time on it, it is way up in my priorities. But after all that, all I get is the loss. All that toxic time I endure felt wasted. Wait, not felt wasted. It is actually wasted. An hour of my life that I am not going to get back. Along with the time that I spend watching guys, videos all means nothing. I've put time, sweat, and toxic swearing into the game just to find out it all leads to a single 1337 bronze rank. Probably the worst feeling that I ever had in video games. One last thing that I can think of, League is probably the first competitive video game that I played. Well, I play other games like Counter-Strike, Team Fortress 2, and other card games. I even play in my school's shitty basketball team. But never something like this, a rank and actual numbers that represent my skill. So I gave it a try, only to discover that I am average. Which isn't bad, but the younger me doesn't feel the same. What would my friends think if they look at my profile? What would other online people think if they see my rank? What if I play and keep dropping elos? Why can't anyone just stop blaming each other for a while? Why can't I be the cool, gold rank people? Okay, this one's a lie. And then, everything's changed. I started to worry about the entire thing for no reason. Playing became torture. Losing became a punishment. I can't even press the queuing for rank button anymore. I never knew the word rank could have so much effect on me. I hate that I will have to go through the entire game just to lose. I hate that I have to deal with the horrible teammate. I hate that I have to see my ranks go down. I hate to see my time being spent on nothing. And I hate that I'm stressing out on playing a fucking game. Now that I have looked at all the things that were going on, probably because of the environments around me and the huge amount of focus that I put into the game, I magnify the significance of losing games and losing ranks, while in reality, all of that really not that important. I don't have any esport dreams. All my friends were equally as bad as me. I first started playing was just wanted to have fun and connect with my friends. It was me freaking out for seemingly no reason. So the question now should be, what changed? First of all, I am 100% sure that the game is not the issues. Because after I stopped playing League of Legends, I switched to playing Dota 2. Which is just League of Legends but more complicated. But surprisingly, I don't feel any of the rank anxiety that happens before happens again. What happened? Why did it stop? Well, when I stopped playing League, I also stopped playing any games for almost a year. Because of public exam. After that, I started playing Dota 2. And I started playing the game in a much more casual way. I can tune out all the racial slurs or attack that are thrown at me, and I see my rank in a much different way. Like, I still care about it, but I don't let it take over me. Yes, it represents my skills in the game, but it can only become a problem when I give it too much meaning. Of course, as always, I would still get mad at either the player or the game, but the feelings became temporary.
And the Dire seize the day in the direst possible way.
Now when I play Street Fighter 6, I would still be happy when I win, feel bad when I lose. But the idea of losing rank isn't as scary as before. As it turns out, the 1 year break is just the thing that I needed. It not only takes my attention away from League, it also changed my environment entirely. I met people that are more into football and not games. I started learning different skills like editing, except that I'm still using an old computer from 8 years ago for editing, so what you are seeing right now is the best I can do. But more importantly, it gives me time to reevaluate myself, get me to start thinking about league and rank as an important part of my life, telling myself rank is not my life. Just to be clear, I am not saying stop playing games for a year can magically fix rank anxiety. It's more like I need to take a look at myself and figure out what happened and make a change myself, otherwise I don't think I would improve. It could be difficult for most people. After all, stopping is not the difficult part. If I don't realize what happened to me, or if I don't know where it came from, I might not be able to change anything. Hell, if I didn't stop at all, my rank anxiety might just carry to another competitive game or even other things in my life. Or I might just stop playing altogether. Who knows? Of course, there could be a lot more problems that contributes to the whole rank anxiety situations that I'm in. Maybe I have a fear of failure. Maybe I don't have a fulfilling life, holding on things way too much. Or maybe I have a very dark past, a sad childhood that makes this happen. There are just too many maybes that I cannot account for. But at least I know one thing. I am much better now and I'm still not sure how. Now I even signed up for tournaments that I know I'm gonna lose, not worrying that I will look like a joke in almost 1,000 viewers. And I even made a YouTube channel, making videos and sharing stories for strangers to watch, discuss, judge, and enjoy. If I am still the old me, I 100% cannot do it. So, is rank anxiety real? Yes, but isn't rank anxiety is just a small problem? Honestly, no matter how I spin it, I am still just talking about a problem that relates to playing video games. If you ask 10 dentists, 9 of them will tell you it's normal and it will go away eventually. Or maybe because I'm much older now, I just don't see it as a major issue. But I still believe that the only person who can decide whether it's important or not is the people who are going through it. Am I sure there aren't any easier way to end this feeling? Well, if it's like what most people say, just keep playing until you don't feel anything. But how many games do I need to play? How many hours do you need to sink in? This sounds easy but very vague to me. So my best advice is to work on something else when you are not gaming. Usually something that you are really interested in. This is more solid and should be the easiest and effective way to help yourself. Do I think rank anxiety is actually highlighting a much more serious problem in my life? I don't know. There are still a lot of questions that I can't answer, because I am not a professional in this. Just like you might not find any of this useful, relatable, or even real. Because what we have experienced in life could be quite different. And I'm just sharing my experience with rank anxiety. Honestly, this is a difficult video to make, because I don't want to make this video in a heavy and serious tone. And knowing what this topic could mean for some people, I rewrite, re-record, re-edit a lot of things. But I'm really glad that I made this video, because at least this feels more meaningful than talking about modding control and stuff. I just hope you would like it. If you find my story interesting and would like some more, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell. I'll read most of the comment as well, so be sure to tell me what you think. That would be all for this time. I hope you have a great day.